Hello, welcome to the Jackson Community Center. Today I'm going to be going over this multifunction unit. I'm going to kind of step through all the different exercises that you can do on here. And on each of them, on this machine, there's a placard on each side that kind of steps through and shows you different exercises that you can do and kind of gives you an idea how you can do them. So there's one on the one side and then there's another one over on the other side as well. Okay? But first of all, we're going to start out. So this machine has many functions to it. You can actually do pull-ups from here. So there's a step down here on the bottom that you can use to step on. And then if you can reach way up there, you can see all the different hand grips available from the Y to the kind of angled inward and then the rocks to be able to do pull-ups and chin-ups. So that's what all of that is used for up there. So, but then moving on, we're going to kind of step through one of the sides over here and then go over to the other side. Now to move this, the pulley, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. The pulley, there is a pin right here, it says pull on it, so you want to pull that out, and then that way you can move it up and down depending upon where you need it. So the thing is, when you latch it, you want to make sure it latches into place. And then this down here, you want to hook underneath it. So this is your safety catch in the event that this didn't latch into place and you didn't notice it. So that way then this, if it happens to fall down, this will catch it, okay? So to start out, I'm going to do some exercises that have the handles attached to it. And you have two different lengths, so you can use the longer one or the shorter one. And then you just pull the clip back here and then put the hook in. Now to select the weights on here, it has all the pins here, so you can literally just pull this out and then select a weight that's appropriate for you for the exercise that you're doing. So you just pull it out and then pop it in. Pull it out and pop it in. So whatever weight works for you. Okay? So the first one that we're going to go through is a variation of exercise for the chest press. So I've already had this set up. So the handles are about the height, about my shoulder height. So that's kind of what's going to work for me. And then I put it on so it's on the shorter clip. So I'm going to stand here and grab kind of a lunge forward so you can do a chest fly from here. Or you can kind of curl it in, do one side then the other. And another option would be too is you can sit there and you can just press forward. Just keep alternating, pushing forward, or you can push both hands forward together at the same time. Now, anytime that you're working with pulleys, you always want to be careful because the pulleys are going to have control over you. So you really want to make sure the move is slow and controlled so that the pulley doesn't pull you back. Because you want to make sure that you use your muscle, engage the muscle to go in the backward motion. Because otherwise, the pulley is going to kind of pull back on you, and then you don't want to take any risk of injury. So that is something you can do for the chest. So that's the chest pressed and like a pec fly. So then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of switch. I'm going to grab this pulley over here and I'm going to bring it on this one as well because I'm going to do a standing row. So I want to pull this down just a little bit further. So this is more kind of waist height. And then from here I'm going to stand back and I'm going to drive back with my elbows and pull it back towards me. So you want to make sure that you're standing back far enough so you have enough room for the pulleys and drive it back. So that's your standing row. Another option that you can do is I'm actually going to raise it up. Challenging if you're on the shorter side. And then from here, you can kneel down. And then you can either use the handles or there's another pulley that you can use, which I will show you as well. And then from here, you can pull down into a lat pull down. Again, so you're pulling down with the back and going into this lat pull down. If you want, you can swap out the handles. There's another handlebar here. So this has the hook here. and then the handles where you can put the hook in. You can put this in there and then pull down that way instead of using the handles. So that is merely preference on whatever's comfortable for you. So that is the lat pull down. And then you can also, from this up position, again, using either the separate handlebars or the one, and then from here you can also do tricep push downs. So you can stand here and then just push straight down and working out on the tricep. So that's another option as well. So now we're going to actually move it down into the lowest position available. Pull it out. Slide this all the way down. So let it latch in that last position. And then from here, a couple different exercises that you can do from this lower position. Again, you can either use the separate handles or you can use this. And from here you can do a bicep curl. So you just curl up and bring it down and curl up and then bring it down. Another option as well is I'm going to take one of these out. And then from here you can actually do a side lateral raise. So you're going to stand closer. The hand would be in the opposite hand away from the pulley. And then from here, you pull out, in, out, and then in. And then you can switch sides and then do the other side. Or you can have both sides set up so that they're both low and then alternate your lat pull down from one side to the other that way instead of turning around. Then in this position here, the last thing that you can do, and you can stand over to the side and hold on to it, and you can do side bends. So you're standing and you're just kind of leaning over and pulling. So it's a very small movement depending upon your range of motion through your core. But you're just kind of pulling through here and then controlling the move down here, activating both sides of your core on doing the side bend. So we just covered all the upper body exercises over on this side here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to this side and do some of the exercises more versus more lower body over here. So the first one, so some of these first exercises we're going to do, we're going to use this handlebar here. So again, you push the pin back, pop that in. So the first one that we're going to do, and because I have it set up right for me, is a lunge forward. So again, you want it to be about shoulder height, maybe a little bit higher. And then from here, you're going to stand behind it. You're going to hold the bar behind your head, just kind of grip onto it. And then from here, you're going to just lunge forward, and then back, and then forward and back. So that way you can kind of get that lunging motion, working the legs. And then we could also do a squat from here. So except we're going to take this, we're going to lower it all the way down. Make sure it latches into position. And then we're going to grab this, squat when picking it up so you don't hurt your back. Again, pull this up over your head. Just hold on to it behind your shoulders, feet a comfortable distance apart. And then you're going to squat down and pull it up, squat down and pull up. So you can step out to whatever's comfortable. Your feet position can be whatever's comfortable for you. You want to think of driving the butt back like you're going to sit in a chair and then come up, squeeze the glute up at the top of the move. So always work within your range of motion, whatever depth works for you. Everybody's range of motion is different. So you can do the standing squat there. Then we're going to switch out the handle, because now we're going to kind of focus more on the inner thigh, outer thigh, the front of the quad a little bit. So we're going to get rid of this. And then there's another loop here. So this you can put around your ankle. So it has the wider grip here, or to make it more narrow is on this one. So I'm going to start out using the inner thigh. So I clip the one on, and then I want it, because I want it smaller, because I don't want it flopping all over the place. So I'm going to put my ankle in, and then I'm going to flip the other one over. So that way I have more control, so it's a smaller loop. So then from here, I'm just going to rest my hand in here to kind of give me some stability. And then put your hand, and then just kind of engaging that inner thigh, and then bringing your leg out in front of you, crossing it over. Now if you can stand out further, again, you always want to make sure you're controlling the weight on the way out and the weight on the way back as well, not letting that pulley take over and pull your leg back. So that works the inner thigh. And then I'm actually going to, if I flip over this way, now I'm going to use this kind of give me some stability. And then from here, I can actually bring my leg up, and I can kick it forward, and I'm working my quadricep. So you just kind of do that leg extension there. So while I have this leg in there, I'm actually going to flip around. And then from here, I can actually do a leg curl. Just keep bending my leg down and curl it back up, working the hamstring. And then I can also keep the leg straight and then just kick all the way back, working the glute. So just kick all the way back, come to full extension, and back. You don't want to overarch. Just kind of keep the core nice and straight and just fire up that glute. And then the last thing that you can do, actually the second last thing you can do, is you can work the outer thigh as well. So if you have your one leg standing, you just take this, extend it all the way out. Again, always work within your range of motion, keeping the hip forward because you want to work the outside of that hip. Extend it out and bring it back down, out, and then down. So if you want to jump around from one thing to the other, for me, I find it easier to kind of work one leg and have that loop down in that lower position and kind of do all the different exercises and then switch to the other leg. But that is merely all preference. So the last thing that we can actually do with this, and I'm going to take this one off. So I'm going to pull this, put that back over here. I'm going to grab this handle here, pop that into the hook, and then from here I can actually work my calf muscle. So I'm going to hang on to this, and from here I'm going to stand tall. I'm just going to go up on my toes, go up and down. So it's a short range of motion, but you have the pulley pulling that weight to kind of give you some more work on that calf muscle. So you can do that as well. So that covers all the different exercises available to do on this machine. And again, anytime that you're working with pulleys, you really want to be careful. It really takes a lot of mind-body connection on focusing on really engaging the muscles on both points of the movement, on the exertion, on the concentric and the eccentric movement, because otherwise the pulleys can pull your body back and you take the risk of injuring yourself, and you obviously don't want that to happen. So, but if you do have any questions, please reach out, contact the front desk, and if you want more one-on-one training with this, I'd be more than happy to help you out. But thanks for taking the time and watching. Have a great day.